Hi! It's been a long time. I haven't had a one-on-one conversation with you like this for a long time now, and I think that you deserve an update about how I'm doing and how the kids are doing and kind of what's going on. So it's been 4 months now since my life imploded, and I'm actually doing okay. Better than I thought I'd be doing. Those first few months were tough. Oh man. Now, this 4-month later mark, I feel different. I feel stronger, I feel better, I feel more confident and able. I'm really proud of myself even, how my life has been going, the type of mother that I've become. Let's talk about the kids first. They're great. They're the best kids. Quinn and I went to California together. I had a friend who, I was going through this difficult time. She said, you need a project, you need to plan something, you should take a trip. She lived in California. She was also going through divorce. She had twins that are about my daughter's age. And she said, come stay with me in California. Let's go to Legoland. Let's go have fun. And I'm a high school teacher, so it's summer break and I had nothing else to do. And I thought, yeah, why the hell not? So we hopped on a plane and flew to California. We did Disneyland and Legoland, and we went to the San Diego Pride, went to the beach a couple different times, and had such a good time. That is the best decision I think I've ever made. I didn't take Tucker because, as a single mom and having 2 car seats and 2 kids with all of that stuff, he wouldn't be able to go on the rides at Disneyland anyway. And so I thought, I'm just going to focus on Quinn. It's almost her birthday. This will be like a birthday present, and we'll go play and do what she wants to do and eat what she wants to eat, and we'll focus on our relationship and just have fun together. And it was so great. I mean, the first time she saw the ocean, she immediately, because of TV, she recognized, Mama, beach! And we kicked the waves and run and splash through it, and we fell into a wake, and we get out and she digs her toes in the sand, and it was so fun that we went back another day. In Legoland, we had a blast. We met one of our diblings, which is a donor sibling. And it's funny because in pictures they didn't look a lot alike to me, but in person they kind of did, and not a lot. They're still very different, but in a way, looking at the dibling who has the same donor and seeing Quinn, I was really able to see myself in Quinn by having that comparison. And everywhere Quinn ran, as they were running together, I just kept looking at her and seeing myself in a way that I never had before. I could see the characteristics that were similar, and they started to just kind of like mute each other out. And suddenly the characteristics that were mine were bold and beautiful and in my face, and I looked at her in a way that I saw myself. And the whole experience of meeting him and playing with him was really fun.
Fun! This is so fun!
But nothing beats Disneyland. It is so magical. I thought that we'd go to Disneyland, put the mouse ears on, take a couple pictures, have the memory, but no, Disneyland is spectacular. It is so special. I haven't been there since I was a kid. I love Disney movies. I always have. And there was something so nostalgic about it. Quinn, all she wanted to do was meet Anna and Elsa. Everywhere we went, even getting on the plane, every flight attendant, every ticket checker, every single person, she would say to them, meet Anna, Elsa, meet Anna, Elsa.
Where are we?
On the thing!
Who are you gonna go see?
Mickey Mouse and Anna.
Yeah.
And I made a strategy because everybody says, don't go in the princess lines. Those are the longest lines. It's a waste of time. But Quinn really wanted to see Anna and Elsa. So I made a goal. And we were going to get in line first thing. And as soon as we got into the park, we were going to go straight to where Anna and Elsa were and hopefully beat the crowd a little. And where they have the line for Anna and Elsa is it's in the animation studio. And they're big, giant screens that are cut in these cool shapes all the way around the room. And they will light up the screens with the art and the style and then the music. And as soon as we walked in, the screens lit up with The Lion King. Now, if you know anything about me, When I was growing up, I was obsessed with The Lion King. So we walk in and the room lights up with The Lion King and that music comes on, and I watched Quinn and her eyes just went wide and her mouth agape. She looked around the room and she was so awe-stricken by it. And it touched my heart. I just started bawling, like the music and the nostalgia and my daughter being so enchanted with the whole thing. And I just started crying, and I knelt down to her and I got up in her face and I said, "Quinn, this is Mama's favorite." And she understood, and she was like, "Wow." And then sure enough, they play a little Mulan clip, and then Frozen comes on. And the screens light up with Frozen, and the Frozen music and the style and the art. And Quinn lights up again, and she pulls me down and she said, "Mama, Quinn's favorite." And it was so special. I just cried, choked up. I literally had tears going down my face. You know, we go into the room where Anna and Elsa are going to be, and they have you go into this hallway first, where the walls are clearly designed like a castle. And Quinn recognizes it, and she's like, "Anna Elsa's house, Anna Elsa's house!" And she shakes, and then sure enough, that big white door opens, and Anna and Elsa are standing there. And they open their arms, and they were so excited, and she just she was nervous, and she walks up to them all excited, and I just cried and cried. The photographer who was there taking pictures turned and started taking pictures of me because I was that mom that's so overly emotional. And then we left. We got fast pass tickets to go see the Frozen musical. It's incredible. If you get a chance to see it, they do it Broadway style. And there are parts in the play when the characters start getting emotional. She had this connection with them, and in her brain they were her friends, and she needed to help them. "I helped them, Mama, I helped them." And I kind of calmed her down and said, "We'll go see them again after the show." And we walked in, and sure enough, the line was short again. We had another 10-minute wait, and Quinn goes in and she talks to them about all the places she'd been. She pulled out her map and pointed out all the places we had gone and the rides we'd been on, and they sang "Let It Go" with her, and they danced and spun her around, and it was just magical, the whole thing. Disneyland is so fun. We wore the Mickey Mouse ears, and we went on tons of rides, and we laughed and played, and I was surprised about how much she could do. It was funny, in the middle of it, It's a Small World After All, she turns to me and she's like, "We can go home now." I think everybody feels that way about this ride, Quinn, everybody. Just hold tight, we're gonna go on something more fun later. One thing with breakups and divorce, there's so many memories that suddenly become tainted, and pictures that I can't look at anymore. And you know, when I first went through my breakup, everything that I was remembering, the nostalgia was so happy, all these happy memories and these fun times together, and the disbelief and shock that someone would give that up, you know. And then as time goes on, it's, in order to get over it, you can't think of the happy times anymore. Suddenly all the pictures are tainted and different, and the memories are darker and not beautiful, and I suddenly remember different things, and people tell me different things. I've had a lot of people tell me things that I didn't know before, and that stuff starts to stick, and it's healthy because it helps you move on, but it's also sad because then you don't have these memories anymore and this history anymore, and you kind of have to black it out to be able to move forward. At least I do. And so this Disneyland trip was so special for me because I was able to fill my head with these new memories, these moments of Quinn seeing the ocean for the first time, and us building sandcastles together, and giggling our faces off, having so much fun, and I was able to take this moment that no one now can take from me, that no one can make dark for me, and replace in a way. And I've decided that it was so special for me that I'm going to do a Disneyland trip every single year from here on out. As a teacher, I'm going to get summers off forever, and so every year I'm going to take Quinn and Tucker to Disneyland. It's going to be our family tradition. And whether or not someone else joins our family, or if it's just the three of us are going to go and spend that time together And I'm really excited about that, making new memories. That's good. That's really good. I have to say something about Quinn. The other day I was watching a movie, Incredibly Loud and Close or something like that. It's on Netflix now. And, you know, I was watching it when the kids were taking a nap. And then sure enough, Quinn woke up and she came downstairs. And there's a part in the movie where he's standing on rocks in Central Park and he turns, and I recognize the rocks immediately and the lake and the sky, the cityscape. And it was the same spot that I had gotten married. And the camera pans and it shows the ladies' pavilion, which is where I got married. And I just seeing it, I just started bawling, you know. And it was sweet because Quinn noticed and she came up and she's held my face in her little hands and she says, "Mama's sad?" And I said, "Yeah, baby, Mama's sad." And she rubs my cheeks and she puts her cheeks on my cheeks and she says, "Quinn makes Mama happy." And she hugs me, you know. And I pull her up and I smelled her hair and I said, "Yeah, baby, Quinn makes Mama happy." And she gets me. She is a special little girl.